While out hunting, a man witnessed something bizarre. He had just taken aim at a wild buffalo when, right as he pulled the trigger, he noticed a pile of cash scattered on the ground. At first, he thought someone had accidentally dropped their money, but then he spotted even more bills further ahead. Looking up, he saw a parachute tangled in a tree, with the cash seemingly drifting down from it. Curious, Nick rushed over and was met with an even more shocking sight: a lifeless body sprawled on the ground. The man was undeniably dead, and next to him lay a black duffel bag stuffed with cash, at least $1 million or $2 million. That's when it hit Nick. He had heard about this on the news just days ago. A hijacker had stolen a fortune from a plane and parachuted away. Judging by the gun inside the bag, this had to be the guy. This hunting ground was deep in the wilderness, far from town, and with it being the dead of winter, few people ventured up the mountain. Seeing an opportunity, Nick wasted no time scooping up the money, stuffing it into the bag, and making his way back to his car, satisfied with his newfound fortune. But just as he was about to count the cash, another vehicle suddenly pulled up nearby. Two heavily armed men stepped out. The leader, a bearded man, got straight to the point. He knew Nick had found the money. He offered him a choice: leave the bag, and they'd let him walk away, or refuse, and he wouldn't make it out of the woods alive. But Nick wasn't about to hand over a fortune just because they said so. The way he saw it, this money had no rightful owner, finders keepers. Seeing Nick hesitate, the bearded man gave his partner a signal. Without a word, the man in glasses raised his submachine gun and let loose a barrage of bullets, not at Nick, but at his car. Within seconds, the vehicle was reduced to a smoking wreck. Without a car, Nick had no way to escape the mountains. Fury surged through him as he watched his beloved ride get torn apart. Without hesitation, he sprang into action, firing off 2 quick shots and using a nearby tree for cover. His aim forced the 2 men to retreat behind their own vehicle. But Nick's movements were a little sloppy. Too much of his body was exposed. If the enemy is me, he's dead. Luckily, the 2 gunmen weren't crack shots either. But Nick had another problem: he was out of bullets, and the enemy was still laying down suppressing fire. That's when an idea struck him. He quickly reached into his bag and pulled out a flare gun. Then, spotting a gas can nearby, he grabbed his knife and punctured it. As the gunman paused to reload, Nick hurled the leaking can straight at them.